A lot of LLCs in the country are getting massive amounts when it comes to business funding. And in today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to get an LLC business loan with low documentation, how to really get one real fast, okay? The first thing you have to do here is you need to understand your LLC's needs. Like, you got to really be clear about why your LLC needs funding in the first place. This is not a minor question. A lot of people believe this is, I know whatever, why I need the funding anyway. But the question is, what the reason why you need the funding? Does it match what the lender is willing to grant you the funds for? It's very important because you can say, I need 25 grand. Okay, 25 grand for what? I need $50,000. $50,000 for what? So it's really important for you to articulate why you need funding for your LLC. So you got to be clear about the needs of your company, okay? So when we talk about LLC needs, financial needs for that matter, we are talking about you can use the cash for purchasing equipment, for working capital. You can use the cash for purchasing property. You can refinance a current loan. Maybe your LLC has a current loan that you are trying to refinance. Maybe the APR you believe is too high, or when you had the loan, your FICO score was kind of high. It was kind of low, so the APR was high. And now after 1 year or 2 years, your FICO score is better. So you are trying to take advantage of your new sort of your improved creditworthiness. So this is really important. A lot of LLCs also need funding to expand. So we're talking about business expansion. So my point is what? You got to really understand your LLC needs and really zero in on the specific reason why you need the funding. And so once you understand that, you'll be in a better position to actually articulate their reason vis-a-vis the lender, because the lender is going to probe you. The lender is going to ask you. They're not going to give you the loan just because, you have good credit or you have better financials. Even if you have better financials, even if you have a great and rosy financials, even if you have great revenue, you have a great income, you still need to justify why you need the money. So first thing first, if you're trying to get an LLC business loan with low documentation and you want to get one real fast, make sure that you understand your LLC needs. The second thing I want you to really pay attention to is you need to determine how much you can borrow. By the way, welcome back to the show. Really, it's a pleasure to have you here. We're having a nice conversation about LLC, business loan, low doc. And so I'm just talking to you about determining how much you can borrow. See, it's not about how much you want to borrow. It's about how much you can borrow. Son, daughter, aunt, uncle, I'm talking to you. Right now, you're sitting there. You want to borrow 50 grand. You want to borrow 75 grand. You want to borrow 100 G. My question to you is, can you afford that amount? Can you actually handle the repayments? It's not about just what you want. It's what you can afford. Okay. So once you actually have understood your LLC needs, it's really important to go back to the drawing board and sit down and say, listen, here's my budget. Okay. And based on my cash inflows and cash outflows, here is the delta between my cash inflows and cash outflows. So I'm generating every month this net cash flow. Okay. So can I afford it? For example, let's say you are generating net cash flow of 25,000 every month in your LLC, and you want to borrow, and you know that you are borrowing and you're going to have to make a prepayment on the loan of $5,000. Here, the delta is kind of cool, right? Because you are generating a net cash surplus. Of 25 grand, and you can afford to actually get a payment of $5,000. Not a problem. But what if the reverse was true? Or what if you are generating $6,000 net cash? You can't take a loan that will require you to make $5,000 payment. So this is pure math, right? We're going to the drawing board and we are holding our horses. We are being patient. We are analyzing things meticulously. Okay, we're trying to be very thorough in our analysis. And this is really important. Run the numbers, boss. Run the numbers. You can use a business loan calculator online. A lot of sites right now have a business loan calculators. You can go on sites such as Nav. You can go on sites such as NerdWallet. You have a Landing Tree and what have you that actually allow you to actually determine how much you can borrow. So this is important. How much you can borrow will help you get the LLC business loan, low documentation, large amount that you're looking for. Always pay attention to that. Make sure that when you add an extra business loan to your LLC's balance sheet, that you have the monetary bandwidth to actually handle that. Very, very important. The third thing you need to do is to look into eligibility requirements. You are trying to get an LLC business loan, low documentation, okay, and you're trying to get one real fast. Okay, son, daughter, pa, ma, grandpa, grandma. My question to you is, are you eligible? Is your LLC eligible? Is your limited liability company eligible for the particular loan you are looking for? See, everybody, there's a difference between what you want and what you can afford. Is that there's a difference between what you want and what you can qualify for, right? So don't waste your time actually chasing a loan, an LLC loan, low doc, that you know you have no chance of qualifying for. It's always important to actually target the low hanging fruit, the proverbial low hanging fruit. What I'm trying to say here is that sometimes some loans are rosy, they're very attractive, but based on your LLC situation, you can realize, listen, I'm not going to qualify for this because right now maybe I'm not generating enough revenue, or I have not been in business for long enough, so I can't qualify. Okay, so maybe you cannot qualify today, but you will qualify 1 year from now. So you want to go for the low hanging fruit. In other words, the loan that is easy. Right now, maybe you want to go for $100,000. Okay, no, you can't qualify. There's a lender who will take you for 25 grand. Go take that. You know, it's important to always celebrate small victories, to always celebrate small amounts, and build some kind of confidence, some kind of I would say monetary war chest, if you will, that will allow you later on to actually get a larger amount. Okay, so when we talk about business loan requirements for LLCs, especially when it comes to low doc, sometimes they will ask you for your credit score, they will ask you for your time in business, your annual revenue. They might ask you for collateral and personal guarantee, and in some cases they want you to present a business plan, and they also want to see your financial projections and financial statement, the actual data. So it's really important to analyze what you can qualify for. Okay, number one, understand your LLC needs. Number two, determine how much your LLC can borrow. Number three, you want to look into eligibility requirements to make sure that your LLC can qualify for the specific loan you're after. Number four, what I want you to do right now, I want you to research the types of LLC business loans, low documentation available. Okay, I just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. In case you just joined us, we are having a conversation about LLC business loans, low documentation, how to actually get one real fast. So in this phase, what I'm asking you to do here is to research the types of LLC business loans, low doc available. See, this could be based on your geography, on your sector. This could be based on your LLC's financial situation. This could be based on your personal credit or your LLC's business credit. It really depends. See, when we talk about business loan typology, we're speaking about a whole spectrum, a wide spectrum of business funding arrangements that actually will suit any type of LLCs. This is really important. So my question to you is, uncle, aunt, I'm talking to you. Nephew, niece, I'm talking to you. Have you researched the types of LLC business loans, low doc available to you? And which one would you have to actually, do you want to go after? Have you thought about that? Son, daughter, I'm talking to you. Okay, because here we are trying to maximize your chances of qualifying for an LLC business loans, low documentation. Okay, so when we talk about the loan typology, you have LLC term loans, LLC business term loans. You have LLC equipment loans, LLC business startup loans. You have LLC business cash advances. You have LLC business invoice financing arrangements. You have LLC business lines of credit. It's really important for you to strategize. To first of all, you have to understand the types of LLC business loans, low doc available to you, and then strategize about which one you want to go after. I want to emphasize that going after the right LLC business loan, low doc is quite essential for you to be approved no matter what. Next thing I want you to do, I want to explore available lenders. Okay, so if you remember, shortly I was just talking to you about the different types of LLC business loans, low documentation. Depending on the specific type of LLC business loan that you actually decide to go after, you're going to have to deal with a specific type of lender, right? So when we talk about LLC business loans, low documentation, you have a smorgasbord of lenders who actually cater to that specific niche. So you have to understand that LLCs are specific types of business structures, and you have specific lenders who go after, who are comfortable, if you will, who are comfortable lending to those institutions. And the reason is that they understand that an LLC, a limited liability company, has a specific legal structure, and the lender is comfortable with that anyway. So when we talk about exploring available lenders, you have actually a constellation of lenders. You have banks. So I'm talking about your traditional bank. So this could be a national bank, such as Chase City, Wells Fargo, or Bank of America. Or you can have a regional player, such as PNC, Truist, Fifth Third, US Bank, Key Bank. Those are regional players. And then or TD Bank, or BMO Harris. And you also have state banks, and you have community banks. So you have a layer here. That's one. You also have credit unions. The same hierarchy applies here. So you have national large credit unions such as PenFed and Navy Fed, and then you have regional credit unions such as CCU, Consumers Credit Union. You have Connexus, and then you have a state or local credit union, and then credit unions. And you also move now to the online lenders. Okay, online lenders, I'm talking about, you have Blue Vine, you have Balboa Capital, you have On Deck, you have Cabbage from American Express, and then you also have alternative lenders. I'm talking about Kalamata Capital Group. I'm speaking about Lendio, a loan marketplace. I'm speaking about SmartBase. So you have a constellation, and the fifth category of lenders is micro lenders. Here you're speaking about Kiva or Action. So those are the 5 types of lenders you want to explore. Next, you want to gather the documentation. By the way, I want to remind you of today's conversation. We're speaking about LLC, business loans, low doc, how to get one, a large one real fast. And so in this phase, you really want to gather your documentation. Why? Because lenders will look at your credit report, among other things, to see your payment history. It's really important to actually have the right documentation from your LLC. So usually they will ask you to provide your LLC's revenue and other financial indicators to determine if your LLC can afford to pay back the LLC business loan low doc that you are applying for. So when we talk about other financial indicators, everything is shown in financial statements. So in case you are not aware of financial statements, those are accounting reports that actually determine your LLC's financial situation, among other things. So we're speaking about your LLC balance sheet, your LLC statement of cash flows, your LLC statement of income, also called P&L, profit and loss statement, your LLC statement of owner's equity. Those are the 4 primary financial statements. And they might ask you also to add 3 months of business bank statements for your LLC. They might want to see a copy of your driver's license. They might want to see a voided check from your LLC business account, proof of business ownership, month-to-date transactions, business tax returns for your LLC, so your 1065 and your Form 11, your Form 1040, especially Schedule C, to see how much you are making, your LLC business plan, your LLC your LLC business license. Though this is a long list of documents, but normally when we're talking about low doc, they will only ask you for 2 or 3. But again, the types of documents they are asking, the lender is ultimately asking, will actually depend on the type of lender you choose and the geography of that lender. Very important. So overall, this is a great. They'll also ask you, by the way, they'll ask you to provide how much you want to borrow and why you need that money. I want to talk to you now about another important element here. This is step number 7. You want to apply. So when we talk about LLC business loans, low doc, how to get it real fast, you have to be in a situation where you're asking yourself, listen, okay, now it's time to apply. Now, the application process depends on the specific type of loan that you actually go for. See, if you apply at a credit union versus you apply with an online lender, the requirements are different. How different are they? Well, first of all, the process. By default, credit unions, for example, or even large traditional banks, they will love to have a conversation. They will love to have a series of conversations with you, not just one. You're not going to get an LLC business loan low documentation just after one interview. No. By the way, I just want to specify here, an LLC business loan low doc, you can get this at a traditional bank. Don't listen to people trying to razzle dazzle you, telling you cannot get a loan, an LLC loan, low documentation at a bank. This is not true. It's all about the process. It's all about the formula. It's all about how you approach the whole thing. You need to build a relationship with the bank or the credit union to actually qualify for a low doc business loan. See, the whole thing is that if the bank agrees, the bank or credit unions for that matter, if they agree to actually waive the documentation requirements, is because over the years they have accumulated a series of documents, a series of documentary evidence, if you will, about your business. So they're comfortable. They're comfortable that, listen, hey, this business is legit. We can lend to the business. Okay. So when we talk about applying for the loan, for this LLC loan, let's go back to the 5 types of lenders that I told you before, and let's see how you can actually customize the application process for each specific lender. So you have traditional banks. Usually they want you to apply at a branch. You can also apply online, but if you want to boost your chances, apply at a branch. If you and then you have credit unions, the process is analogous. So they want you to apply at a branch. You can apply online, but again, to boost your chances, apply at a branch. Then we have here the third category. We have online lenders. Online lenders don't have brick and mortar branches. I mean, by default, that's what they're called, online lenders. And basically, everything happens online and over the phone. So you want to start the conversation over the phone, and then you end things up online by submitting your paperwork. They'll give you an interface. They will give you a secure platform where you just can upload your documents, your LLC's documents, and they will approve you that way. The same thing is true for alternative lenders. They also follow a similar process where they will actually wait for the paperwork. They'll ask you to provide everything online or via email. It really depends on the lender. But overall, what we have seen is that they want you to do everything online. And the last category is the micro lenders, which usually, so you have Kiva and Action, who are really strong in that department. Kiva can actually approve you up to $100,000, and Kiva, their monetary efforts are capped at 50 grand. But the bottom line is they can approve you. Okay. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I was just talking to you about LLC business loans, low documentation, how to get a large one real fast. So first, you need to understand your LLC's needs. Number 2, you need to determine how much your LLC can borrow. Number 3, you need to look into eligibility requirements. Number 4, you need to research the types of LLC's business loans available. Number 5, you need to explore available LLC business lenders. So we talked about banks and credit unions, online lenders, alternative lenders, micro lenders. Number 6, you need to gather documentation. And number 7, you need to apply. But remember, timing is everything. Thank you.